Welcome, adventurers. Welcome to the Grumtastic stream. I'm Grum. Hello. I am on there. Oh, good. Yes, I'm going to be playing some Elite Dangerous. I've already loaded the game up, ready. Exploring, really. I'm out in the depths of space, deep. My objective is when I was playing this game about 2 or 3 years ago, I went out across the galaxy and I was doing a lot of exploring. I wasn't going anywhere in particular. I didn't try to go as far the opposite side. Beagle Point, I think they call it now, and all that stuff. I wasn't doing that. It was before before Beagle Point was even a thing. That's how far long ago I was flying out there, and I was out there for about a year. I wasn't playing every day. I was probably playing like once or twice a week, just a couple of hours. So, and some weeks I wasn't playing at all. So, I was sort of minding my own business, just sort of exploring planets and stuff. But I was only really interested in the Earth lights of the water worlds and the other one, which I can never remember what they're called. And that's basically it. And I did find a few on my map. So I'll show you the map. This is where I am at the moment, just to give you a bit of an idea. That's what we call the bubble, which is where the Earthers live. The descendants of Earth live. That's Colonia down there. So I'm quite a way out. So each of these orange blobs is a bookmark. Well, some of them aren't actually. I think some of them are something else. I don't know what those ones are. Downloaded. I think I'm not really sure what they are. No, I don't know. No idea. But anyway, each of these orange blobs are a bookmark. Some of them have got like a funny sort of like thing, and that's just a navigation marker. That's where I'm going next. That it's really difficult to show in 3D just where that is, but yeah. So I'm working my way out. Each of these blobs are. I can just click on that. We'll just zoom in on it. It's a star. It's a solar system. And you can see that this one's was actually first discovered by Sentinel. This is my Sentinel account. A couple of years ago, I changed my name to Grumtastic. So before that, I was Sentinel with the different spelling, because Sentinel with the E was actually taken, and just stuck. So, but you can see that nothing else has been done. That's an ammonia world. That was the other one. That's the ones I always forget. So Earthlikes, ammonia worlds, and water worlds was all I was interested in back then, and I was basically ignoring everything else. So I did actually scan all this lot, but I didn't scan any of these because they were a long way away. You can see there's 106,135 light seconds away, and that's takes about 20 minutes to half an hour to fly out there real time in game. Ish. Maybe 10-15 minutes, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. Then they made changes to the way the game works, and when you come in now, the latest change is that when you come into the game and you do the initial honk, it actually auto-discovers all the stars. Whereas beforehand, you actually had to go up to the star, lock onto it, and then wait for a bit of time for it to discover it. Every discovery took a few seconds. So you had to fly out to every single object in the thing and actually get close enough so that you can actually get a scan on, and then you went on to the next one and scan that, and the next one and scan that. What you've got to think though is that they're not laid out like this. They're laid out like this. So yeah. They're laid out like this. So even if they're not in order, so you could be flying in and you could go in like this and you go to there, or you could be there, say for example, and then you think maybe go to A5 first, then go A1, A3, A2, and then on to A7 maybe, or maybe you'd be coming in this way and you think, oh, go that way, or maybe you'll go around this way, zigzag out, Whereas some people would actually literally go in from one, they go 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, etc. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 3, and 5. Is that a binary? Oh, that one's not a binary. Maybe that one's a binary. Oh. Yeah, that's a binary. Actually, 2 stars. Zoom in there. There you go. It's a binary. So they got their own orbits. Yeah. Takes time. Anyway. Let's go. Yeah. So it takes a lot of effort to do that, and when you're flying a long distance, you kind of get a little bit bored and you just want to get on and try and find what the next one is. So that's basically what I did, and so I just went in, honk. It was jump, honk, scoop, jump, honk, scoop. But while the scooping was going on, having a quick look over to see what the planets were, because it used to show you all the planets. And then if there's anything of interest, then you stop. If there wasn't, just went straight on. So I'm doing the honk now. I'm doing the scoop. I've discovered 3 bodies on this one.
Fuel scooping complete.
There you go. And then we'll just hit the brakes and that one. I've got keybinds, but there's just so many keybinds. Right, so somewhere around here, there is one of those. Oh, there he is.
System scan complete.
There you go. And then that one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I forget. So this ship is the I've forgotten what it is. We're gonna find it in a minute. Oh, it's a crate. It's a crate Mark II, and it's one of the few ships that have actually got a differently placed cockpit. Now the cockpit on this one is actually underneath the ship. A lot of them actually have them at the front. There's a couple that have got them at the top, at the back, but this one's actually. If I actually look at, no, that's not looking at. Oh yeah, look there. That's actually the front of the ship, but I'm underneath it, and it's the same on the other side. You can also almost see around the back there that there's something else going on there. There's another desk. There's actually 2 more desks there. So this cockpit, this bit is forward, and then there's 2 more positions behind there. I'm telling you this because sometime in spring there's going to be an update called Odyssey, which has been in the news lately, and that's where we're going to be able to walk around. At the moment, all you can do is fly in a ship, fly in the little ships, or fly in drive in an SRV. That's it. That's the thing. And the transition between the two is you getting up and then you sitting down again. There's nothing in between. There's a thing called space legs. It's always been promised in this game. Right, what have we got here? So if you look on the bottom right hand corner, it actually tells you what the signal thing is. So ammonia worlds, Earthlight worlds is there, but that's not an Earthlight world, that's a rocky ice world. I use the mouse for this because it's easier. Oop. Okay, so I left the music playing, didn't I? I haven't even done the thing, have I? Ah, dear. I forgot to do the thing. Sorry. I just didn't realise. I thought, I can hear music playing. Why can I hear music playing? Oh. I'm in. Welcome. Sorry, I'm struggling to read that actually. That's really small for some reason. Let me just make embiggen the. That's better. Oh, it's gone off the side. Can I make that? Like that, yeah. I was listening till now, sorry I didn't say hi. No, that's alright. No worries. Welcome to Elite Dangerous. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is a sort of radio telescope type system. So you tune into the frequency, which is the spectral analysis down the bottom. You see these blobs, so you know that there's something there, and then you sort of tune into what they were, and then you see the circles, basically just zooming in on the circles. But then when you do, then the telescope kicks in, and that's what you're seeing from the angle and direction that you are in, basically, which is kind of cool. I'm assuming it's another one. There we go. I think this one's got moons because there's other blobs and they're not showing on here. So there we go. So these are rocky bodies. There's two here. They're close together. So in the same way when I was showing the orrery, I was having to zoom right in to see. Yeah. Same thing. Oh. There's an icy body. I think we got it all. So this one is it's got water-based life on it. Gas giant. Sorry, ammonia-based life. There we go. And of course, it's going to have the water, but the icy bodies because it's far out in space. We got everything there. Oh. A rocky icy world. Cool. Now at the top right hand corner it says bodies 20 out of 21. So there's one more that I haven't found. And there it is.
System scan complete.
Thank you very much. So what I can do now is I can actually look at this and it'll actually show me the thing. I've still got it on there. So there's a way of reading the chart. So basically it's about orbits. So these two are in orbit around each other because there's a linking line there. And you get a similar thing there. So if you get a linking line like that, that means these two are in orbit around each other. These are obviously in orbit around here, but this is a moon of moons. So these are moons of the planet, and this is a moon of the moon. So these are all going round this one, but those two actually go around each other. And you get information about them as well. So you can actually say whittle period, all sorts of stuff. Oh yeah, so if you see it says tidally locked, it means that it's the same as our moon is tidally locked with the planet. So its rotation, its rotation and orbit mean that the one face is always showing towards the parent body, if you will. So it's what they call tidally locked. So it's got all sorts of like real scientific astrophysics stuff built into it. The planets even have, and of course you can't see it, but they've got tectonics built into the game. That's part of the way that it builds the planets. All the currently mapped stars are on this galaxy, on the Milky Way, in the game, in their actual positions, but they've got a program
Fuel scooping.
that's running at the moment. I can't remember what it's called. It will come to me.
Fuel scooping complete.
Anyway, it sort of works out where other stars should be and how many planets it should have, and it is procedurally generated, but with science, not like No Man's Sky, which is just procedurally generated random. Right, so usually they're on these orbit lines. So that's a sun. Oh, that's right, okay. So these belt buster things, you don't actually need to scan all of them. If you scan one, it will scan them all. You can get quite quick at this, actually. If I'm not reaching halfway across the desk. My mouse needs to be here, but it's not. So I'm having to lean forward to get to the mouse. I've got it attached to the mouse, so left mouse button is the zoom in, and why is the orbit moving? We got everything there. Oh, something there. Probably one of those. So, class 1 gastro. And some moons.
System scan complete.
Okay. And that one has produced that. So I was doing the second the sun, and all the planets, and then I was doing this current sun, then I found that one, didn't I? And I found the moons.
Frameshift drive
Excuse me a minute.
charging.
Got an itch. Habba-dabba-dab.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So by instinct, I always throttle up and then throttle back to 0 as the countdown kicks in, because in the old version of the game, it used to come out here and then start accelerating. But actually, they've got this thing now where it automatically zeroes the throttle when you come out,
Fuel scooping.
so that's not an issue. But people used to have, I don't know, be busting for the loo or something. I'll just nip to the loo while it's counting down, and they just take that a little bit longer than they thought they're going to take. You know, time flies when you're having fun and all that sort of stuff. And they come back and find that their ship's been destroyed. Oh, what happened there? What do you mean to do that? Right, I wasn't really paying attention then, so let's have a quick look and see if it's... How many bodies did it say it was? Why is it telling me what bodies I've... Oh, you can't do that, can you? It's got a thing at the top. It's annoying me. It's got an exclamation mark up there saying that there's something there. Yes? I don't want it to tell me all the jumps I'm doing. It's a bit silly. Notifications. Hidden? Is that those then? No? I don't know. I didn't mean to do that, as you can imagine.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, hang on. Cancel that.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So you're wondering why I said I didn't mean to do that and then appear to do it again anyway. There's actually two different types of, well, three different levels of travel in Elite Dangerous. There's the hyper jump, there's a thing called super cruise, and then there's normal flight. I dropped out into normal flight by mistake. Then I went to do a big jump, and then suddenly thought, hang on a minute, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go into super cruise. So then I did super cruise. Confused? You will be. Right, actually what I wanted to do was this. Oh yeah, okay. So there is actually icy worlds here. There. Oh, there's more. I feel like there's still more there, but we'll move on. So I'm tuning in by using the little the buttons on my throttle, and obviously using the arrows. When it goes like that, I can see that there's something in that direction, so you go there and then tune into it until it goes solid, and then turn it that way. No metal content. Follow that line down. Not seeing anything else. There's 23 somewhere. Oh, hang on, there's something there. Nothing else there. Something there. There we go. It's a dotted line. A high metal contact. HMC. We some friends. High metal content. HMC. So these are the icy worlds, aren't they? Oh, there's some more here. You're sort of zooming in and then fine tuning, shall we say. One more. There it is.
System scan complete.
Cool. There we go. That's basically what I just scanned. I used to have a chart that showed me how much value of all the different planets and stars were, but given that I'm now actually elite, I got the elite rank for exploration, and you can see my combat rank is still novice, because I haven't really done much. To be honest with you, most of my combat has been with when I've been on the SRV and killing the little hover drone things. So yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, onwards. On the left here, it will tell me how many jumps I've got to go. 233. So I better get my skates on. I might stop. Let's just get going. I'll do a honk and have a quick check to see if there's any earth lights or water worlds, etc. Which is basically, if there are, then I'll do the whole lot. If there aren't, then I'll just move on. Otherwise, we're going to be here, well, forever.
Fuel scooping.
Just read that in a second. Just going to do this bit.
Fuel scooping complete.
Exploration 2 became elite back in 2019. Yeah, same here. When I started playing the game, I've not really done anything else since then. I think like 2017 or maybe 2018 I became elite in exploration. But yeah, exploration. If you watch anything that I play, I'm always going like, what's just around this corner? I just need to get a bit further. The crafty type games a little bit harder because I wasn't paying attention. Let's just do a scanner and see what it says. 22, okay. Let's hit the skates, do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go Earth-like worlds, water worlds. So I'm looking for anything in that sort of area. There aren't anything, so I'm just going to crack on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so the Earth-like, water world, and ammonia worlds are the only ones I'm really interested in. So that's the ones I scan. I'll scan the whole system if I find one, which is why I'm going back out, because I didn't.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, as soon as I went out in an ASP the last time, the ASP Explorer. I mean, even the ASP Scout wasn't out when I went out and did this big journey. So this is a binary system. Kind of cool. So let's charge up here and actually keep them both in line. I have actually flown into the middle of one of these ones.
Scan complete.
3 bodies.
Complete.
So it said the system scan was complete. What it meant by that is it's actually it's only suns. There's 3 suns. You can see them on the radar at the bottom. So I don't even need to scan it. It's just done it automatically for me, which is nice. So just crack on to the next one. And now we've got 231 jumps to go. Oop. I used to have a program on my other computer when I had the game on the other computer. I haven't transferred it over, and I can't remember what the name of the program is, but basically it registers a movement. So one of the main problems that you have when you're playing on one computer and you're streaming or doing something else is that you do have this tendency to shift to a different game, or something will suddenly decide that it's more important than the game, and suddenly you're wiggling the mouse control or whatever, and it's just not interacting with the game at all. So this program I got actually noticed that I was wiggling the joystick, and gave the focus back to the game. Joystick. No, AHK was the program. But yeah, very useful, especially if you're using a single. I've now got a 2 PC setup, so that's not really an issue for me. Yeah. So I've got, so I don't have that issue anymore. Well, I'm not using that software. 230 to go. Got 230 to go. No.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm talking, so I'm not paying attention, so I'm doing the scans and not noticing what the numbers are. So this is actually playing on my 3070 graphics card, which I was lucky enough to get hold of. I was on this horrible queue. I thought it was going to be all right because I'm on the queue for the 3080, and it was my position was over 1,000. I was at 1,100 or something stupid like that. How many was that? 23. Okay. And then I thought, well, I'll get the 3070 anyway, because I've got 2 PCs. I could put the 3070 into the streaming PC, which I've currently got the 2080 in there at the moment. And the queue for that was like 100 and something. I thought, oh, that's all right. Probably get it before Christmas. I got to about the middle of December, and I was still at something like 70. And then it suddenly sort of, well, was I at 70? I've been recording it on my Discord channel. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Let's get the actual facts and be actual factual. So the 10th of December, sorry, I dropped down to from 40 to a staggering 39 in 1 week, so one was sold. And then around about the 21st of December, I'm sorry, but I'm having to use my TV and it's just over there. It's just a little bit far away. I can't read it. Yeah, so on the 21st of December, they offered to swap my the Palette Gaming Pro RTX 3070 to an Asus dual RTX 3070, and I looked at the spec, and actually the specifications were slightly better for the overclocking, and they also knocked 30 quid off the other one because the Palette one was actually cheaper, and that's the one I'd actually ordered, and it actually arrived on the 24th of December at the doorstep. So I anticipated that I was going to get the card before, but I didn't, and then actually arrived. Yeah, so I think it was actually installed on my computer Christmas Eve. So the 3070 is on there, the dual one. Dual, I think it means it's just a dual fan. It's only got 2 fans rather than the 3 fans that you would expect. Yeah, so that's really cool. Yes, cool. But I'm still waiting for the 3080. The latest email I got from the 3080 is that I'm now at position 674, but I bought it through Overclockers, and the other one I bought through Scan, and Scan offered me the swap, but I don't think Overclockers would do that. But I think they should give you the opportunity to you should be just on like a global queue, and they sort of say, this is the one, you know, at the end of the day, they're all much for a muchness, aren't they? I'm just going to jump, I can't be able to even look. But yeah, so that was exciting. I've actually got a 3000 series RTS card on my setup, and it's actually really good. I mean, the 3070 on paper was actually slightly better than the 2080 Ti, which cost what, £1,400, something like that. So, and what did this cost me? I can't remember what it cost me in the end. What was it, £600 or something? How many bodies was that?
Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know. I always like to fly that way because even though there's no up in space, I still treat it like there is nothing there.
Frameshift drive charging.
The other thing you used to be able to do is to save time was that you used to be able to start the charge in, click over to the scan to have a look and see if there's anything worth looking at, and then coming back and cancelling the scan if that's what you need to do, and you can just go that much quicker. But you haven't really got that option with this now. You do have to actually stop. But what I've noticed is that you don't actually have to stop. You just have to put in full zero. Sun on the left side. Yeah, I used to actually do it so that the sun was always above me, but I don't tend to bother anymore. I just like to loop.
Fuel scooping complete.
3 bodies on that one. Don't think it's worth it, is it?
Frameshift drive charging.
You also only get Earthlights at certain types of star systems, and depending on distance from it, it's what the Goldilocks zone. So my headphones tend to shift on my head, so and they like to settle like that when they, oh god, when they settle like that, they I can't hear myself. I like to be able to hear my own voice. Not that I like to listen to myself, but I like to moderate my volume, and I can't do that if I can't hear my own volume and if it's muffled.
Fuel scooping.
So much as I like these headphones, they are actually really good headphones. Platinum's in the house. Hello, Platinum, my friend. How you doing, how's you? How's the family? I saw 11. Let's hit 0. So ammonia worlds, Earth-type worlds. So nothing in that gap. We'll go on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh yeah, 226. I've done almost 10 jumps since I started.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, Platinum, any news on Scud? Had to close our store just in case there's a riot. Oh, yeah. No, we're doing all right. We're in our 3rd lockdown in the UK, so a lot of people not really observing it.
Fuel scooping.
We still got. I find it completely surreal that we're in a pandemic,
Fuel scooping.
and yet there's people arguing the toss with scientists, but with no scientific background, and they're just believing Dr. Facebook. You know, my friend down the street, my friend in the pub. Well, it can't be in the pub anymore because the pubs are shut. But you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's like I got some second-hand information that suggests that actually it's not a problem. It's just made up. It's just like, when we're over all of this and we're gonna have to go back to all of the pandemic-y type storylines and films and everything, and we're gonna have to add to it the naysayers. Because it's a thing that apparently one of the reasons why it got really bad was because we had a whole bunch of naysayers going around saying like, well, I could take the risk, I'm okay. It's like, it's a fucking disease, Jesus. if you're okay, that's great, but you're passing it to everyone else, not great. But anyway, I'm not gonna rant. Earthlight Worlds? That's not Earthlight though, is it? That's right on the edge of Earthlight, but it's not. Oh, I've done it again. So if you see on the bottom right hand corner, it's got FSD cooldown. It's just disappeared. You might not be able to see it because it's behind me. Actually saying that. No, you wouldn't have been able to see it. It's behind my chair. There isn't really anywhere I can put my webcam. Or maybe on the left hand side? Maybe? You think? I don't know. Go away, go away, go away. Thank you. So I got this, I'm using my phone, and every now and then it has to tell me what I've got on the screen. That there's this big panel that goes up, just covers the bottom of the screen. It's really irritating. You're watching something, and then a big panel pops up to say, I'm watching something, and I'm going like, well, I know. Well, I'm kind of looking there, but the camera's slightly on my left, so I don't know. Hang on. I need to change the... I need my glasses on again. the screen is just that little bit too far away. It won't go on with my headphones on. I'll take my headphones off. That's better. Right, what do I want? I want. Dink. Oh, hang on. No, not that one. I need to change that to that first. And then... Oh. Right. That's a problem, isn't it? Because I got the chat. Oh, it's actually not too bad. How's that? If I go like that? I can't see. Do I need to rotate it? I'm looking over to the right. That's my right, because that's where my OBS is sitting. But my webcam is over here, which is slightly on my left, but forward of me. I think we're okay to leave it here. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I don't want those. That's better, isn't it? I think the one on the left-hand side doesn't really have much information on it. It does. It is where I put the web chat, though. Yeah. I think it's alright. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave it as it is. Anyway, that one.
Frameshift drive charging.
I like doing these ones because you can kick back. You just wait. You don't have to throttle out. We're just at 0. You can wait, boost. Do you think it'll look better? It might actually. It might. The thing is, I have to look over there, and as soon as I do, it looks wrong. I'll try mirroring it. I think I've got a filter. There we go. Got my Halloween glow as well. Look. Ooh. I'm a ghost. Oh. Grayscale. Yeah, I've got OBS Studio, and I got this thing called Stream Effects, and it's got lots of cool extra features. And because I'm using OBS Studio, you can use plugins for free, Whereas if you're using Streamlabs OBS, then you usually have to pay for it. And a lot of the plugins that are available on OBS Studio don't work, even though Streamlabs OBS is actually using OBS as a baseline. Right, let's put that back over there. Cool. Right, okay, we're happy. We're happy. Yes. Honk.
Fuel scooping.
Thank you.
Fuel scooping complete.
Different games have different requirements, so yeah. The reason that I chose to have it so that I was the right way around is actually because if I've got anything written on my t-shirt, I didn't want it backwards. You often see people say, "Oh, can you read this?" and they show it to the camera, or show it to the camera over there. You can't because it's backwards. Because it's a mirror. Because the camera's on mirror mode. Right. Nothing of that.
Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, I do watch what other streamers are doing, and there is no right or wrong way of doing any of these things. It's just whatever feels right for you. And everyone's going to have their different objectives, goals, etc. So you'll see that there won't be anything on my stream that will be saying you've got to follow me, you've got to sub me, or anything like that. Because if you want to do those things, then well, you know how these web pages work. You know how Twitch works, how YouTube works. If you're enjoying something and you want to stick around, or you want to see when I'm going to be streaming again, there's lots of ways of doing it. I mean, one is you can create a shortcut on your desktop. That's one way of doing it, and the other way is actually just to use the inbuilt systems. But I don't need to be telling you to do it, so I don't. Right, let's go to 0. You don't actually have to wait to go to 0, interestingly. Energy pulse required. Oh, I've not done the energy pulse. I thought I'd done it. 18 bodies, but none that we want.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll just rotate round because my OCD, or whatever it's called, is saying it looks nicer if we're flying over the top of on the galactic map. We're over the top of the galaxy. Ergo, the galaxy should be below us. If I was actually flying underneath, I would actually have it above. If I was flying in it, I wouldn't know which way was up or down, so I wouldn't actually. I'd just go with it. But yeah.
Fuel scooping.
Another thing I tend to do is because I'm scooping, I want to maximise the amount of time that I'm flying around the sun to scoop.
Fuel scooping.
So I'll always go the long way round. So you got the compass; it tells you where the next jump is going to be, and you'll find I'll always tend to fly around the other way, unless it's a giant, in which case you don't need to worry. So do we need to have a look? Nope.
Frameshift drive charging.
How are we doing? Up 222, 3 little ducks. There we go, we're going up in the world. I can't actually remember how many the jump range of my asp was. I feel like it was something like 30. It wasn't a lot. It was 20 or 30. Can you imagine when I was actually going at it last time, I was literally just honk, honk, jump, honk, jump, honk, jump. There you go, so it's down the bottom now, so I'm actually going over the top.
Fuel scooping.
3 bodies discovered. I'm seeing 2 suns. So the other one must be a probably a gas giant.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay, so we didn't get the full Right, hit 0, do that, nothing there. Throttle up, go.
Drive charging.
You don't actually have to wait till it goes down to 0, you just have to throttle to 0 and then do it. It will be still slowing down. So that's useful to know. Saves time effort, isn't it? Where's your final destination? I'm heading to Kyoto. I don't. My current final destination is a system that I went to about 4 or 5 years ago,
Fuel scooping.
where I found an Earth flight and an ammonia world, and I didn't really scan all of it,
Complete.
so I'm actually just going back out again. No, I'm not playing in open, I'm playing in group, but actually when you're in Discovery it doesn't make a lot of difference. Does it? Yeah. Hit 0, do that, nothing there, got that. Yeah, so let me show you on the map. But that's obviously where I am at the moment. That's a fuel star along the route I'm going. And that is Sagittarius A star, and that's actually where I'm going. So I did actually go to Sagittarius A, then I actually went up as high as I could, and then I picked a direction, and the direction I actually picked was that direction, because I was thinking that's an interesting place, and I actually made my way across. This is before we could do the big jumps with the oh, actually, could we do the jumps then? I feel like you could. I don't remember that you could. But anyway, yeah, so this one, which I'm going to click on now, hopefully. Yeah, this one is one that I discovered. It never tells you when you discovered it, but it was discovered by me. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm playing in Hammers of Slough group, because when I first started, that was basically the group of people that I kind of joined up with. Yeah. So I'm the Hammer. Yeah, so I found an Earthlight, and I found, come on, an ammonia world. So the ammonia worlds are supposed to be where the Thargoids live, grew up, etc.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, we're going to a blue, an A star. Class A. They're usually quite big.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. And actually, it was only because I actually flew almost through a star, and I actually took a hit of damage on my hull. That I went, yeah, I'm going to knock it on my head and actually turn around and go back. So I just made that decision to head back then.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Oh, it's just the one here, blimey.
Fuel scooping complete.
Sagittarius A star is the center of the galaxy, and it is a giant black hole. Oh, let's go up here. So I said, hang on, where are we going? Yeah, so I have actually been there, so I've got a bookmark there. Yeah, let me zoom in on it. So the difficulty with this is actually trying to work out where your cursor is. And one of the ways I've worked out is if you go like that and get that in the center, and then and then rotate like that, and then go up, and then like that, and then you find it's not the center because the camera isn't at center. And then, oh, I keep pressing the wrong button, and then go like that to get to there. There we are, we're more or less where we need to be, but not quite. And then you have to do it again. Right, that one, that one, that one, that one. Come on. We're still quite a long way away. Right. Well, I keep pressing that. I'm doing the right. I'm meaning to do that. Right. I think that. Still have 170 jumps, and I take my time. Definitely. If you're going to go to Sagittarius A. Hang on, no, that's not Sagittarius A. This is all of these are stars. You can't actually zoom in any more than that. It's not showing on here. Have I got the... Oh, maybe my bookmarks. It's not showing all of them at the moment. Let me work on that. There we go. Right, there we go. So that one there is a non-sequence star. So we go like those. I'm deselecting the ones I don't want to jump to. So these stars here are the ones that you can scoop, and these ones you can't. They have actually changed it so that when it's going through, it always makes sure you get a fuel star. So you could go through a lot of stars that aren't, and they're, but oh yeah, you can. Yeah, I'd forgotten you could do that. But anyway, now we're there. I can actually click into it because I have been here. So all of these are carriers, but that is the galactic center. That's the black hole, and there's also that one. It's showing as unexplored actually, so it means that I have explored that one, but I haven't explored that one. But Zulu Romeo is the first person. I have actually met him, but he's the first person who actually got there. So all of these are fleet carriers that are owned by payers. Theoretically, with fleet carriers, I could go all the way there and ask to dock from one of them and be able to sell my data. I don't think it becomes a save point, but it just means that I can repair my ship and all that sort of stuff. But some could be hostile. Sag A Trotium. There you go. So that is a black hole. There's quite a few black holes actually around. I'll just back out that one a bit. But yeah, once we start going back up the top, once we start getting up to the sort of fuel star, possibly higher than that, once we get up here somewhere, there's the line, there's the line, there's the line, there it is up there. Right. Oh, there's my line. So that's my path. That's what I'm going to be doing. It's dotted because I haven't got enough fuel to do it now. So there you go. So that was a neutron star. So once I get up to there, you can see that the jumps are just huge. So from there to there, And that's because I'm going to get a boost from that neutron star that will take me all the way to there. So if I didn't have use the decon boost, if I take that off and then click on my destination, clear the route, and then redo it, it might say that I won't be able to do it. I don't know. But we already know it's about 200 and something jumps, yeah? Oh, cool. So we can do it. Oh, I've done the wrong one. 219 jumps. Oh, that's interesting. Is that the same? Wow. But it's picked a different star, hasn't it? I'm curious now. I was expecting it to be a lot more jumps. It is. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I included that in the number of stars I can jump. Possibly. They might have added some additional jumps that I can do. Let's try it. Come on. Right. Clear the route. Start again. We'll just do a straight comparison. We'll do that now. So that's without the jet cone boost. Fastest route. Okay. So that is 219 jumps. Yes? It's a bit long-winded because it keeps putting me in the same place, so I have to keep going back up there. That's where I want to get to. Okay. And then we'll do that. There we go. Well, look at that in just a second. Right. It's 219 jump. My jump range is... yeah, 55.94 light years. Oh, that's fascinating then. So I could actually do it without doing the jet cone jumps and still take... 55, yeah. Yeah, because I've got the Garden frame shift drive booster on it, which has added an extra additional 10. I don't think, to be honest with you, I haven't got it kitted out for maximum jump range. Yeah. Me too. But actually it won't. It might be just a coincidence because of where I am, and there are a lot of stars in the area, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to do it without the jet cone one then, because I don't need it to be.
Frame shift drive.
Let's crack on.
charging.
See what it does. It might be just a pure chance. Oh, hang on. Where's my thing gone? Okay. Where's the yellow thing I'm flying towards? used to be a thing where I used to know what was the best time to push the button, because the temperature would go up and then go back down again, and it would never go into the danger zone. So even when I was actually close to a star, I'd be hitting the button and start charging
3, 2, 1.
without it overheating. It might just be that because there's choice.
System scan complete.
The distance I'm traveling is so great that there are many alternate routes that I can go.
Complete.
It's just the one here, is it? Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, of course. Make sure we're not upside down. Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
That was a bit weird. Maybe that's what it is. That would make more sense though, wouldn't it? So if you're trying to get somewhere that's quite close by, or relatively close, it probably makes sense that the jet cones
Fuel scooping.
would be better.
Fuel scooping complete.
But because this is such a vast distance that I'm travelling,
Frameshift drive charging.
can't even see the temperature. I've got so many alternate routes I can do. It can work out to do it in the same number of jumps.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But yeah. So if you don't want to damage your ship and you're doing vast distances, don't do the jet cone. Cool with that.
Fuel scooping.
There's 18 here, so it might be worth having a quick look to see what we got.
Fuel scooping complete.
Nothing.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm getting a dab hand at that one, aren't I?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so huge distances that we've got to travel just to get to where I'm going. I do think it's a bit of a shame that the hyper jump is always the same. It's just a graphic. I do like it, but kind of feel like it should be representative of what we're actually doing.
Fuel scooping complete.
It's 18 here. No.
Frameshift drive charging.
You'll notice that the hull of my ship is down to 98% already. I've travelled much farther distances with less jump range and kept it at 100, but when I first started playing the game, after having not played it for a year, I couldn't remember which button was Super Cruise, and I accidentally pressed the wrong one, and I dropped out of Super Cruise.
Fuel scooping.
Trying to remember what the keybinds are.
Fuel
So
scooping complete.
we damaged the ship. But right, are we? Oh, I haven't done the thing. Oh God.
complete.
Oh,
Frame shift
well, that answered that
drive
question, didn't it?
charging.
The thing is, with the jet cones, you often do find black holes as well.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's also one called the Great Attractor, something I've not been to as well. Someone was saying. I think that's a black hole. I think. It's supposed to be in the centre of the, or near the centre.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
I don't even know where that is, the Great Attractor. Do you think I should be going to the Great Attractor first and then going to the Earthlight? Since I'm in the net, I'm kind of in the neck of the woods, sort of. Look at that. Oh, nothing. What do they call that? Because someone was telling me about it. I don't know how to spell it. Oh, sorry, the Great Annihilator. It's a black hole. Let's plot a route to that. Just out of curiosity. I was still plotting the route. That's a bit weird how it was. That's 142 jumps. Oh, that's less. Should we go there then? Let's go there.
Frame shift drive charging.
I've not been there before. I'm in the neck of the woods. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to make it there in an hour, but I'll tell you what, let's just do jump, jump, jump. Let's not bother scanning anything, let's just go for it. Now, a friend of mine said, oh, you've been to Sagittarius A star, which apparently you have to say the star, even though it's an asterisk. I'll still do the scans, but I'm gonna not hang about. 22.
Fuel scooping complete.
I feel like this has already been scanned, actually. Oh, that's the wrong button. Not already been scanned? No. There was nothing there anyway.
Frame shift drive charging.
I can't help it. I see that and I'm thinking like, but there might be an Earthlight. Right. Focus. I'm just gonna go.
4,
Bosh, bosh, bosh.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to say the star.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Yeah. I usually said it was just Sagittarius A. And people were like, no, it's Sagittarius A star is the actual name. Oh, okay. So obviously I've started calling it that, but
Frame shift drive charging.
oh, I didn't do a scan, did I? I'm doing a scan while I'm charging. There we go.
Four, three, two, one.
Yeah, so really it's Sagittarius A asterisk. And the other star should be called Obelix.
Fuel scooping.
I think you have to be a certain age to understand that one.
Fuel scooping complete.
Or maybe dogmatics.
Frameshift drive charging.
Look, I'm not even bothering to rotate. But I am now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
When I was learning A, I have an algorithm A star. It's called A star, so I never paid attention to an asterisk being a star. Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
24.
Fuel scooping complete.
I am gonna look. I can't not look, can I? I hit 0. Have a quick look. What's that? Gas drive.
Frameshift drive charging.
How are we doing? 138. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that in then. How long we got? We got 50 minutes.
Four, three, two, one.
When I'm like doing this actually makes it feel faster. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, oh, I'm going really, really fast now.
Fuel scooping.
25.
Fuel
There
scooping
we go.
complete.
No.
Frameshift drive charging.
For a second then I thought I hit the wrong button. I thought, I hit it and I went, oh no, it's going to drop out. No, that's right. It's fine. So you can have it set so that you have one button and it just does whatever it needs to do, which is what I've got.
3, 2,
Or you can have two buttons. One is for the hyper jump and the other one is for the super cruise. But what I've actually got is I've got one which is does it whatever, and the other one is just super cruise only. So if I need to drop out of super cruise, I can just drop out. I can jump into super cruise if I want to. But the rest of the time, if I've got something targeted, it will just do whatever is the appropriate type of jump for that. Rather than me having to remember to do the right one
fuel scooping complete.
for what it is I want to do. If that makes sense. Right, so throttle to 0, pop into there, nothing to look at, throttle out, boost.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's kill people's OCD. There we go. It is straight.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It is level. What are you talking about? I know what you mean. I used to have a lot of passion. Oh, blimey, look at that backdrop. A lot of passion for this game. When it first came out.
Fuel scooping.
I did actually stream it to begin with when I first got it. Back in premium beta days.
Fuel scooping complete.
Let's have a quick look. No.
Frameshift
Drop.
drive charging.
How we doing? 135. Yeah, I don't know what I always, whenever you're going into the middle of the galaxy, you get this, and I think they're all the kind of the neutron stars or something. It's just like this blocking every wall. They're always there, but you can't see them because of all the dark matter that's sort of the dust and stuff that they've actually added to the game to make the Milky Way look realistic from Earth.
Fuel scooping.
They found it was too bright when they added all the stars. And then they actually, you can read all about it when they were designing the game.
Complete.
Starforge. I knew I'd remember it eventually. Yeah. So when they first plotted out all the stars, and they're basically looking from the position of Earth, the Milky Way was too bright. And they're looking at the Milky Way in real life, and they're looking at it in the game, and they're going like, well, we've got all the stars plotted, they've all the brightnesses that they should be, but it's just too bright. It's just a big streak of... It was bright enough that it would light up. It's doing this thing again. Go away. It would bright up, it would light up. You'd be able to see where you're going in the dark. It was that bright. So then they thought, well, we know that there's a lot of dust and clouds and matter floating around in space that isn't a sun. And so they worked out that there'll be patches of it. So if you actually look at the... oh, hang on, I used the wrong one. If we go here, you can actually see like this cloudy stuff. So there's stars, but there's also cloud. So they've actually worked out where all the cloud would be based on where you were. If you're actually sitting at Sol, hit the keyboard. The Sol was our sun. So if you were there, and then you were looking out, and you can kind of see that there's all this sort of dark cloud stuff going on. And you can see it, all of that. That's all cloud, yeah. I mean, I'm saying cloud. I mean dust cloud and stuff. And then it kind of stops. So obviously, I'm flying through that. But when I come out of the cloud, then the stars become a bit more brighter and a lot more visible. And I don't know what it is about the game and the way it does it, but you always get this sort of band of these stars.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know why, but it is. I say cloud, but I mean like dust. Dust clouds. Not rain clouds. Obviously. It's rain. Yeah, it's fascinating. There was a sun that was discovered. It was in the news about 2-3 years ago. Actually, about 2019. You might have seen it on the news. There you go. The background is getting lots.
Fuel scooping.
And it had 7 Earth-like or potentially Earth-like planets on it. So the developers went into the game to have a look and see whether Starforge had actually predicted it or not, and it kind of had. It actually found there was a star that was nearby. It wasn't exactly the same position, but it was very close on astronomical terms. And it had the same number of planets, but the planets weren't all of the same type. I can't remember which one it is now, but it is actually in game. And what they actually did was when the discovery was made, the developers went into the game and they said, right, okay, and they just moved it and then they amended it. So every single star that has been mapped and has any information on it, on any astronomical chart by any astronomer, astrophysicist, anything in the world, is in the game in its actual position. and the only thing that's different is the galactic center. So you know, I was saying like there's loads and when we went to the Sagittarius A star, and I said there was loads and loads of stars there. There aren't actually. There are more stars in our galaxy than there were on the game. They couldn't actually have all the stars there. They had to actually remove loads. The stars, they're just so close together, etc. Fascinating. Are we doing anything here? No. It is amazing. The game's amazing. I'm very, very passionate about the game. But what I found was that from a streaming point of view, well, I streamed the game to begin with, but what I actually found is that I was actually a bit new to Twitch and the whole thing. And there were a lot of people that were my friends that were also streaming. I'd much rather watch them than stream because that was my choice. If you're streaming, you can't watch other streamers. So I kind of ended up stopping streaming, which I regret. I do regret. I should have plugged away at it. Because I'm having to start again. They didn't have affiliates. They didn't have any of these other things. So I probably could have been affiliate a lot quicker because I would have had a larger following of people, etc. But the other thing is that after a while I kind of got a bit bored with the game because it was just kind of like jump, scoot, jump, scoot. Oh, it's another system. Oh, it's all the same planets. Because it is. I mean, there are only so many combinations of systems. After a while you go like, oh, it's one of these ones again. Let's hit the brakes, just double check. I don't... Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? We got a water world. We have a water world. Somewhere here. There's a water world. Is that it? Is it in there? Is that it? Yes, it is. So really I ought to be scanning everything on here, but I'm not going to, but I'm just going to say there's a water world there. Really I ought to be flying out to it. Again, not going to. I've discovered it. We've got to get to this great annihilator. I keep calling it an attractor, but it's not, is it? It's an annihilator. We've got 130 odd jumps to go. I feel like that's more than we had before. Yeah. I feel like I'm winning that. Oh, that's a biggie.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Right, hit 0. Look into that. We got anything there? No. Moving on.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't think I've even got time to do this, have I? Let's just not bother. I'll do the honk and scoop and go. Otherwise we're going to make there by 10 o'clock, which is where my stream ends, roughly. I'm fascinated by all that's in this game, yet I do not have a good enough memory to remember much of what I learned.
Fuel scooping complete.
Just remember the important stuff, really. You tend to remember stuff as you go. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff I've picked up, but I've forgotten loads of stuff. I really have. Oh no, I'm not doing that, am I? Let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, did I do the honk? Well, I was making one of the environments in my game. Oh, yeah, in your game. I showed the visible star map from Earth. Yeah, that's difficult. Ah, okay.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah. Allow for it, and then put all the stars in where they want to go, and their brightness, and then look at it, and then think, does it look right? And then if it doesn't, then try to figure out where the sort of the dust clouds would be. Takes a lot of time, a lot of effort.
Drive charging.
Took ages. There was one guy that was actually going through putting recording all the stars that we know about.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the Stack Forge thing that they've got on this, which is what generates all the stars, funny enough, actually predicts where the stars are going to be. So it actually works out where the stars were to where they're going to, and all the other bits. When you come into a sun like that, and it's big, it has that weird sort of slow effect because you're actually jumping in a lot further back than.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So when it says it's disengaged, it means it hasn't actually finished filling up, but it was quite close. It was close enough.
Frameshift drive charging.
As long as I get something. 28. Yeah. I don't even pretend to understand a lot of the science involved in this, in all fairness.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, games like this are just magic, really. It's just magic. I don't know how they do it. Oh, that's a big one. See, that one wasn't quite so big, so it kind of
Fuel scooping.
came out.
System scan complete.
It's almost as if the entry point is that you got the same entry point, but it's just about where you actually hit the brakes. And if it's a really, really super massive star, then you're going to stop very quickly because you need to be a certain distance away from the sun when you come in. Have I done that or not? Can't remember.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, let's go. Yawning.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a long time since I've actually flown into the centre of the galaxy. The last time was literally when I went to Sagittarius A star, and then I decided to go straight up. Whoa! Look at that star field.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
It was intense. It does, doesn't it? I'm gonna quick scan. There's nothing here. The gas giant and a HMC. That's it.
drive charging.
The game in VR is really good as well. I mean, you basically sat in a cockpit, you've got all the different panels, and you can look at them. I've got it set so that they don't actually pick up when you're looking in that direction, because when I do play VR, I don't want a panel obscuring my view. If I want the panels, then I'll activate the panels. Cool.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Just the one. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Complete.
Look at while I'm doing it.
Frameshift drive charging.
So 56% is the temperature when I do the jump. Okay. I'm trying to remember what it was. There was something about you to look at what the temperature of the ship was, or the temperature, whatever that temperature was, when you went to jump, and then that was like the temperature that you could then jump at, close to. So you're going up 61, isn't it?
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, there you go. How are we doing? I don't think we're going to do this by 10 o'clock, but we're going to make a good bit of a
3, 2,
good few jumps in that direction. What do you reckon? So if you're just joining, we're flying to the center of the galaxy. We're not too far away,
fuel scooping
relatively
complete.
speaking. We're about 120 odd jumps away. And we're flying to a thing called the Great Annihilator, which is a supermassive black hole. Not the same. I've got a funny feeling it's bigger than the. Oh, hold on.
Frameshift
It's
drive
bigger than Sagittarius A star, but I can't remember. We'll find out when we get there. I used to fly into the black holes because you couldn't die or overheat or anything. People used to say, "Oh, you fly into overheat and blow up," but no, you wouldn't. In fact, once there was a bug and I flew straight through the middle. And I had it on video as well. I don't know where it is though, so I might have lost the video
System scan complete.
since.
Fuel scooping.
I think I streamed it and I think the stream video disappeared at some point.
Fuel scooping complete.
The video on demand. Yeah. Once. I'm sure it was a bug.
Frameshift drive charging.
There's this one. It wasn't the big one. It was just a little one. But I flew in, and I thought at some point you hit this barrier, and it won't let you go any further in the game. But the barrier just didn't kick in, and I just kept going. I'm going like, oh my god, and then I flew out the other side. I'm going like, yeah. But it's just an optical effect. But yeah, watching all the light bending around it.
Scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Unfortunately, in the game, or at that time in the game, they hadn't actually. complete, wasn't it?
Frame shift drive charging.
It was just an optical effect. There was no actual substance. There was no actual gravity to the black hole. It was just like it was placed there. But I mean, not to say that the view isn't amazing, but I wouldn't say it's just there. There we go.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping.
Sorry, I gotta sneeze. I got the funny face. I gotta sneeze. Two systems with two or more black holes. And I saw the starlights bending. It was pleasant. Thank you.
Frame shift drive charging.
Oh, God. Oh, I've left that on now. Yeah, so how we doing time-wise? Ooh.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah. How cool was that?
4, 3, 2, 1.
But space is immensely big, and the only way you can make a game like this practical is if you're able to actually travel multiple times faster than the speed of light. And that's where the science fiction kicks in.
System scan.
But if we didn't have any of that at all,
Scooping.
we wouldn't even have left Earth.
Fuel scooping
You know.
complete.
It'd be a very different game. Did I do the scanny thing?
Frame shift drive charging.
How we doing? 118? 118. That's the phone number.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Thinking about it, actually, I don't know that the cone would be quicker anyway, because you've actually got to fly into the cone, get the charge that you want, struggle with the controls, free yourself from it, and then just crack on. Whereas I can just do
Frame
that
shift drive charging.
and go to the next one. So I could have done like a bit. Do you know what I mean? I stream every evening from 8 o'clock. Recently I stopped streaming on Mondays and Fridays. So I'm on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. I don't stream this game every day. I stream different games. My current schedule is that on Tuesdays I'm playing a game called Raft. with Singular Reese and some of his friends.
Complete.
And then what am I doing on Wednesday?
Complete.
Then I'm playing No Man's Sky. That's on my own. And then we're playing a game called Generation Zero. That's a friend of mine called Matt.
Frameshift drive charging.
Zero. And then next week, Saturday, I'll be playing Raft again. I'm playing 2 different games of Raft. I've got one where I'm playing with other people and one that I'm playing on my own. Although I made a bit of progress on that one today off stream. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of the game I'm playing on my own. I'm behind than I am on the game that I'm actually playing with friends. So you're not really missing anything other than the design of my boat being different. And then next week on Thursday we'll be playing 7 Days to Die. Matt and I have been playing that for quite some time, but decided to sort of knock it on the head. I think there's a bit of an overload on the number of people that are actually playing that game.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't get very many people watching me on that one, so I kind of decided we'll back off on that just for the moment. It's still in alpha. 7 Days to Die is still in alpha. Maybe it's something to revisit later on. I'll probably play it again when it comes out, when they come out with Alpha 20. There was some interesting stuff that's coming out on that. There's a streamer interaction in the game where people can actually they can actually help or hinder you while you're playing, and you can sort of define how much help or how much hinder that you get to a certain extent.
Fuel scooping complete.
So that kind of looks interesting, and I will check that out when it comes out. But we were working on a particular save game, and we decided that we would have a big blowout, but then it never happened. So we're going to revisit that. So not this Thursday coming, but the Thursday after. That's when we're planning on doing that one. We killed a Reaper on the Generation Zero game.
Frameshift drive charging.
When we played last week on Thursday, and we were trying to get it to do it again, but we also discovered a bunker, so we've got to go and search that out. I've got a feeling it's a small bunker. I don't think there's much in there, but it was quite funny because we thought, well, we'll do that and then we'll end the stream, and as we walked down the steps the game crashed. But I've loaded in again after, and I just double checked to see if we could get in, and it worked okay. So we're going to do that on Thursday, and probably see if we can get another Reaper to spawn, because that was quite good fun trying to kill it. I was rather fortunate because I managed to get some rocks to hide behind, but Matt didn't. Bless him. But it was quite fun, quite funny. I mean, the rocks didn't help me all the time because it was launching missiles up and over. So I was forever patching.
Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, that's I only sort of predict what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. I don't tend to do too much more than that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There's a possibility on the Saturday that I might have Reese join me, or some of his friends join me. But that's it. Yeah, and I've got Elite Dangerous on. I kind of picked Sundays for the moment, but I'm also waiting for a game called Scum to come out with the latest. So I'm waiting for that, and there's also DayZ. I've kind of put a hold on that one for the moment, just trying to find somewhere to play it. So you're heading out, are you? Oh,
Fuel scooping
no, you
complete.
flew into the sun then. Are you heading off? Okay, cool. Cool. Right. That one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Did I do that? See? Get distracted, looking in the chat room, not looking at the thing, and nearly flew into the sun. 19. 19. Ah, not quick enough.
3, 2,
So this jump is 55 light year. 55.84. I've been following your channel since 2019, but I never got a chance to be here till now.
fuel scoop.
That's a long time, isn't it? Yeah. Well, welcome. I've grown a beard since then,
Fuel
I think,
scooping
haven't I?
complete.
Oh, 18 bodies. Do I want to look? Where I want to look? Let's have a quick peek.
Frameshift drive charging.
Go, go, go. Go, gadget, go. Whee!
4, 3,
When I get to 100 jumps to go, I'm going to have a quick look at the galactic map, just to have a bit of an idea of where we are. I'll keep plugging away anyway. I'm going to play after 10, I think.
fuel scooping.
8. See that?
Fuel scooping complete.
I was 110. Should we look now? Let's see that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Do that. Got a way to go.
4, 3, 2,
That was the other thing you can do. You can actually start off the thing, drop to 0, go off and do some other bits and pieces, come back, throttle out, and jump. It's just ready to go. There used to be this weird bug where you used to be able to go out to the camera, the outside camera, when you started off the thing, and you got this really weird effect where the camera was actually about 10 meters behind you.
fuel scooping complete.
But I can't remember what the key is to do that, so I'm not going to do it.
Frameshift drive charging.
There we go.
2, 1,
Yeah. There's a lot more science in this game than you would actually realise. Actual science.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So I'm just a little bit curious. If I change this to use the jet cone, how will that change? Let's replotting it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it would do that. So we get some less than 100 or something. 109. That's the same, isn't it? Okay.
Frameshift
There's always the possibility that there weren't. Oh no, there were, because I saw them on the map, didn't I? Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I wonder when it's on the route going up, but I think on this route there probably aren't, because they don't tend to be any in the center of the galaxy. They tend to be outside, so at the top and the bottom, on the outer edge.
Fuel scooping.
I forget now why that was. I think it's something to do with the fact that they're new stars and old stars and things.
Fuel scooping complete.
Something.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh no, that was too early.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's fine.
Four,
13.
3, 2, 1.
Would you happen to know where neutron stars exist, roughly speaking? Outside of the galactic core. I haven't really got. In my mind's eye, I can kind of see it, but
Fuel scooping. System
yeah.
scan complete.
Sort of over the top. If you think of it like a dome, there's a lot there. Also over the bottom. So there's a higher, shall we say, a concentration of them. So there's a thing called the neutron star superhighway. There's actually one that get you to Colonia from the main bubble, but it actually goes underneath underneath is it goes underneath in the sense of it goes underneath to get there. You can go over the top, and I have gone over the top, but what you actually find is that you're too high up, and then you've got to go quite a long way down. You sort of come up here, and then you end up having to go down, cut down there, and that's quite a long journey. Whereas if you actually follow along underneath, you get there very, very quickly. Obviously, that was a sweeping two-dimensional route on a very, very three-dimensional map, but you get the gist. I mean,
4, 3, 2, 1.
yeah, if you look on Frontier forums and you search for the neutron star superhighway, or you ask anywhere where it's like, how's the best way to get to Colonia, they'll always say
Fuel scooping. System scan
neutron stars.
complete.
The problem with neutron stars is that you've got to fly into the cone of death.
Scooping complete.
So you need to be on the outer edge and fly in, and you need to stay in long enough for it to supercharge your fuel, so that you can do that much bigger jump. And it's just a single jump, but you're also damaging your module. You're damaging the frameshift drive. So you can see that some of the percentages on the health on these things are like 98%, 97%, etc. And obviously, if you look down the bottom underneath the picture of my ship on the other side of the screen, you can see that it's 98%. So yeah, you do need to have a auto field maintenance unit, and you need to be able to refer. You've got it. Well, when I first flew out, on this journey that I'm sort of retracing, although I've kind of gone off the beaten track a little bit here,
Charging.
they didn't exist. There was no AFME. You couldn't get them on ships. They hadn't put it into the game. So when I'm saying that I flew all the way out there, I had 100% hull, but then when I had that mishap, which on the ultimate end of my journey, and I decided to turn around and come back because it was just getting a little bit too risky. Yeah, so I can't show you how to do it because I have to show you how to do it. There aren't any around where I'm going. But yeah, the AFMU was a later addition in the game. It was a welcome addition, but it didn't do anything about the hull. And I'm sure there's a way of repairing the hull, but I can't remember. I think you have to be landed on a planet to be able to repair the hull. I forget. Someone who plays the game might be able to remind me. But
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't think we're going to make it all the way there by the end of the stream.
Four, three, two, one.
Oh, the drones! Yes. No, yes, you're right. I don't think I've got them. You could repair other people's, but you could also repair yourself.
Fuel scooping.
11 bodies. I forgot all about that.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I have no idea whether I've got that or not. I don't think I have. No, I haven't got it, have I? Because it would be something on here, wouldn't it? If you've got shields, then you shouldn't damage your ship when you're landing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because the shields protect you, I think. No, never have the shields off when you're landing. You can have the shields off the rest of the time. They don't really matter. They don't do anything. They're just drawing power, but it doesn't reduce your or increase your jump range. I made the mistake of actually thinking I could reduce my weight by not having shields at all. Which, when you've been out a long time and you actually fill up
Scooping.
your loss of data, and you suddenly realise that someone could just come along and go like this, you know, because you've got no shields.
Fuel scooping complete.
See, can't read it. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then trying to land. Yeah. So I just have basic shields.
Four,
Oh.
three, two, one.
D-class because I want them to be as light as possible, and basically the lightest I could find, so probably class 4 or something, shields. I guess it could be me or OCD or something, but I have shields off.
System scan complete.
Make
Fuel
it
scooping.
free in space. Okay. I mean, yeah, fly around with your shields off if you want to, but if you're going to land on a planet, put your shields back on again. And then you won't damage your hull when you land.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think that's the thing about the game, though, isn't it? You're always learning the hard way. I mean, they always say that there's an incredibly steep learning curve, but they keep saying that the game is shallow, and I'm thinking like, well, if it was so steep, then it wouldn't be quite so shallow, because it's like goes up and then it drops down, or what? I don't know. Right, my lights have just changed colour, which is a reminder to tell me that it's now 10 o'clock. It is a work night for me, so I'm going to be, got to go up for work tomorrow.
Fuel scooping complete.
How are we doing? 101. Oh, one more. Call it the nice round 100. And then we'll have to pick this up next week on Sunday, I think. Oh, God. Right. No, I hope you'll be able to make it too. It's nice to have someone to talk to. Usually, a lot of the games I play have other players playing, so I have people to sort of talk to, feedback on, bounce off, etc. But when I'm playing games like this, it's always nice to have someone in the chat room that's sort of someone to talk to, ask questions. It's cool. Yeah, I respect people's wish if they want to just lurk in the background, but let's have a look at the map. It's getting busy. So that there, it says fuel star. What I could actually be doing is not bothering to scoop and actually just go jump, 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 fuel, jump, 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 fuel, which could be quicker. So we've got quite a way to go. So I need to go down a bit, don't I? Oh, I'm there. I can only just see the line. Wow. I can't click on it. I don't think I can click on it because I haven't got it selected as a type of star that I can there we go. I should probably do that, and I could probably jump into those sorts of stars. Yeah, but I've not been here before. Right in the route again, look. "61 jumps." Wow. Oops. Maybe I should just add all the stars and then see what that does. Ooh. Because now we got the fuel star on there, it will always pick a star that I can fuel from. So you don't end up running out of fuel, I think. Yeah, 61 jumps. Wow. Well, that won't take me quite so long. I don't think how many jumps I did in 2 hours. Should be able to do that anyway. Should be able to get it. Yeah. That's so destination Great Annihilator. Anyway, I'm gonna do that now. Oh. and do that. Let's have some music playing. Ah, black sources, cool. Right, okay, so thank you to everyone who's joined me tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the end of the stream. Everyone else, we're going to do a raid, probably. Let's see who's on. Migraine. What's he up to? Oh, sorry, hang on a minute. No, what's he doing? Ah, man. Oh, what's it doing? Hang on a minute, sorry. The computer's decided to play silly buggers and it's got the window on the wrong... Where am I going? There we go. It's changed the focus. There we go. I was playing Portal. Okay, well, let's do that then. Let's go see my Green, Mr. Green. He followed me recently, so he's streaming. So it's only fair that we go over and say hello, isn't it? So we'll start that off. Next stream is going to be on Tuesday. Well, as I've mentioned before, I'm going to be playing Raft, probably with Singular Reese, possibly. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.